peeps. New moon in Cancer energy is upon us. And man, it's really, really transformative energy if you allow it to be. Okay. I personally have had some major insights during this new moon in Cancer, emotionally speaking, and you may find that that may be the case for you as well, as this new moon in Cancer, 2626 on my clock right here. But the new moon in Cancer, first off, new moons are represented by the subconscious mind. So new moons are all about the subconscious mind and dealing with whatever's going on in the subconscious, because new moons, you know, it's dark, everything is dark, hence subconscious, the parts of yourself that you aren't as aware of. I mean, you are, but you're not completely. So the new moon in Cancer is all about nurturing your inner world, nurturing your inner child, healing patterns within the subconscious, or healing emotional patterns, healing just in general, self-discovery. You may find that you're having just like a lot of more emotional insights, or even emotional conversations, things that have gone unaddressed that are now coming to the surface, whether that be in conversations or relationships with others, or just personally within yourself, or both, or all of that. You know what I mean? Because that's what the new moon represents, is because Cancer represents home and family, stability, security, and emotionally speaking, first and foremost. And so that's where you're going to see themes of that. And also Cancer is a very intuitive sign. So this could bring more sharpness in discernment and intuition with the emotional healing that is being done. So yeah, there's a lot to this new moon energy. But main themes of healing, self-growth. What the fuck? I don't know. Internal growth. My bad, I can hear people. It's all about internal growth, self-discovery, diving deeper to discover more about yourself, and basically what needs to be healed within yourself, or within the emotional aspect of your relationships. So it may bring things to the surface, such as like unhealed emotional wounds personally, or even within your relationships that need to be resolved. So you could find that you're having deeper conversations, or really exploring the more vulnerable parts of yourself, or parts of yourself that need to be healed, or sharing more vulnerable aspects of yourself, or having conversations about what needs to be healed, like I said, personally, internally, as well as interpersonally within your romantic relationships, or just relationships in general. It doesn't have to be romantic. So I guess that wouldn't be plural unless you're into that. But new moon in Cancer energy. Definitely very healing energy. Come to a lot of insights myself. And also, you could be getting like intuitive insights or clarity about anything regarding your intuition, sharpening your intuition. Definitely can be a very emotional time to cleanse, like I said, or release any unaddressed emotional wounds, unaddressed emotions, period. Unaddressed areas, emotionally speaking, within relationships. Anything that's impacting the security or stability in a relationship, emotionally speaking, would come to the surface or be more apt to come to the surface, or anything that is impeding upon your ability to have that in connections. If you're not in a connection, that might be coming to the surface too. Cancer is a water sign, so of course water sign energy is more connected to emotions, intuition, but also home life, stability, security. So if you're finding that you feel more emotional, or you find that you are having certain things come to the surface that were not previously, like regarding past situations, it's important to look at that, acknowledge that, if that comes up during this new moon energy. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Might be intense for people that have a lot of unhealed emotional wounds, or unaddressed emotional wounds. Could be very intense or overwhelming, or just emotional in general. It can be very cathartic too, just healing, just a very meaningful energy. It's a very meaningful energy. Like, there's a lot of depth to it because it's about either growing your inner world in order to provide and create and bring more stability, security, and safety to yourself or within your connections. Um, I just feel like, oh shit, this person just pulled up, but where was I going with that? I think I was basically just saying that it's pretty meaningful energy, essentially, because it is going to bring growth internally, personally, and interpersonally in your relationships or future relationships. And that is, of course, if you choose to tap into the energy. I am going to be doing a new moon reading after this. Surrounding this new moon and Cancer energy. I still have to come up with, it's going to be a 3-card spread, but oh yeah, that's what I could do something like that. Like what do people need to look at regarding their inner world? How can they utilize the energy of the new moon to, or like what do they need to look at? What do people need to look at within their relationships with others? Something like that. I don't know though, that seems kind of heavy. I feel like it's going to be heavy. But that's okay. Okay, why do people do this? Okay, I mean, I know why they do this because, like, I do this, but the person's just, like, sitting. That's the part I don't. Like, with their car on. Come on, people. Like, was the intention was not to hotbox it in this bitch, but at this point. I don't know. Okay, really? It's like, is it a secret Karen? Wait. Come on. Cancer. Definitely a good time to meditate, self-reflect, journal if you do that, or just sitting with yourself and seeing what comes up and acknowledging what comes up. Acknowledging whatever comes up emotionally. Trying to dig deeper and see why that is that memory or that thought or that feeling is coming to the surface. Where is it coming from? What's it about? Why are you feeling that way? Like, when did it start? Where did you learn that? Oh, shit. shit because, yeah. But yeah, it's not an ideal spot, but it is what it is. I will probably do a tarot reading after this. It's weird. New moon in Cancer. Yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to do for the new moon spread. I'm going to make it a collective spread, and I'm going to do like, what does the collective need to address regarding their inner world during this new moon? What does the collective need to address within their interpersonal relationships, emotionally speaking, during this new moon? And and I have to think about the third card. What I want the third one to be. I gotta think about the third one. Yeah, so I literally can't think of a third one. That's kind of crazy. I'll figure it out. Yeah, but that's kind of the same thing. Well, I don't know. I feel like I'm too tired to. If it's gonna be that difficult, I feel like I'm too tired. Yeah, maybe something like that, but so yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do after this. Yep. So stay tuned for that. Not gonna do it out here, but in my car, out in the open. This new moon energy has been beautiful energy to me. Very healing. Very healing for me. I'm a Cancer. So, it's been very natural, kind of come kind of easy to me. But yeah, things seem a lot more clear, and that makes sense because Cancer is very intuitive. So, in order to be very intuitive, properly intuitive, you have to have very sharp discernment. So, Cancers naturally have sharp discernment, but they get manipulated a lot. But people say Cancers are manipulative. No, we just learned how to play the game, and y'all don't like it. Because what people don't understand is intuition is extremely powerful, and it heightens it advances your intelligence because you can feel everything, which means you know things and you don't really know how you know them. Which is intelligence on a whole different level. So, emotional intelligence and really psychic and intuitive ability gets underestimated, but what's more powerful than knowing something and not even knowing how you know it, you know? Cancers know a lot more than they put on. And I think that's why we get so nasty and mean when we cut people off, because people underestimate that about Cancers, their intelligence, because the intelligence is underestimated because people mistake their sensitivity for naivete or whatever, or vulnerability, when really it's a Cancer superpower. You know, that's what is misunderstood. And so people try to take advantage, and then they end up getting themselves fucked, and not in a good way. So yeah. The new moon in Cancer energy is all about knowing yourself. Trusting your intuition, trusting your inner voice, trusting your discernment. Yeah. New moon in Cancer. Yep, that's happened to me a lot. I think it happens to a lot of Cancers. And it's a big lesson to other people to not take kindness for weakness. I hate all these cliche sayings, but really. Because, like, people don't understand that, like, Cancers are nice, but they're also intelligent. So their niceness, their kindness it's unconditional, but it's also strategic in a sense, because, well, if you're a decent human being, you'll do what a decent human being does back, and also just show kindness and empathy. But if you're a piece of shit, again, Cancers test you. You don't even know that they're doing it. But if you're that, then you'll take advantage of somebody who is, quote unquote, being kind to you. So Cancers are nice. They are nurturing, but we're not fucking stupid. And that's where I think a lot of people lose us at, is it's fucking offensive, because we were a million steps ahead of you and you underestimated us, and then on top of it tried to take advantage. Certain people, not everybody. So yeah. And then people want to play the victim and say, Cancer's just, they're cold, they just cut people off. And it's like, how did we really get here, though, people? How did we really get here? And those are usually the ones who say that Cancers are, manipulative or overly sensitive. They're people who are lacking awareness of their own inner world and state, and it's intimidating when someone else doesn't have that problem and doesn't fold in the face of fuckery, ever. Cancers don't fold, we just fucking leave. Peace, bitch. Sayonara. So so that's the point. That's the new moon energy. Kind of A lot of people don't realize how cutthroat and bold cancers are, and we will stand in our truth. We don't really care, you know. At that point, so yeah. The new moon in Cancer, though. Basically, it's the energy of figuring out who you are,